Hello everyone, welcome to our GAinful series. Today we'll be covering the news from April 29th till May 5th. Let's get started. Who is the winner of Azerbaijan Grand Prix? In order to commemorate the first anniversary of Modi-Z talks held last year, where has India launched the Colors of India Week? Recently, Japan's ambassador to India, Kenji Hiramatsu, inaugurated the Japan-India Institute for Manufacturing, a residential skill training center at which place? Where was the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers Conclave organized? Recently, for the security concerns, which country has banned veil from covering the face in public? Valtteri Bottas won the Azerbaijan GP. Colors of India was held in Wuhan. That was to commemorate the first anniversary of Modi-Z talks. Japan has started this Japan India Institute for Manufacturing, residential skill training at Andhra Pradesh. Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman attended the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers Conclave at Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. And Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena announced a ban on face covering a week after the Islamist militant carried out coordinated suicide bombing that killed 253 people. Which institution has released the 2019 Global Food Policy Report? Linguistic research from which institute has developed a unified script for 9 Indian languages named the Bharati script? Researchers from which institute have developed an ultra-sensitive quantum thermometer using graphene quantum dots? Which Indian wrestler is said to become the first to fight at New York's Madison Square Garden? International Dance Day was observed on which day of April? Without innovative and holistic revitalization approaches that leverage new opportunities and addresses growing challenges, achieving food security for all by 2030 will be difficult, perhaps even impossible. It was said by Global Food Policy Report. This report is given out by International Food Policy Research Institute, that's IFPRI. Taking the cue from European language, several of which have the same Roman letter based script, Srinivasan Chakravarti's team at IIT Madras has over the last decade developed a unified script for 9 Indian languages named Bharati script. Researchers at Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi have developed an ultra-sensitive quantum thermometer using graphene quantum dots. It measures temperature in void range 27 degrees centigrade to minus 196 degree with very high precision. Asian champion Bajrang Punia is said to become the first Indian wrestler to fight at New York's iconic Madison Square Garden. In 1982, the dance competition of ITI founded International Dance Day to be celebrated every year on 29th of April, the birthday of Jean-Georges Noverre, creator of modern ballet. Recently, which Indian participated in the prestigious London Marathon? Pungam Kannan, who died at the age of 80, was associated with which sports? Where was the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation organized the one-day technical seminar, Use of Technical Textile in Water Resources Works? Petra Kvitova is the tennis player of which country? Who is the winner of Barcelona Open 2019 men's single? India's Nitendra Singh Rawat finished 27th in the elite field of prestigious London Marathon, which was won by the world record holder Eliud Kipchoge of Kenya. Former Indian footballer Pungam Kannan, who was facing acute financial crisis, has died. One-day technical seminar was organized by Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. That happened in New Delhi. Petra Kvitova of Czech Republic snatched world number 2 spots from Romanian rival Simona Halep in the latest WTA ranking. World number 5 Dominic Thiem captured his second title of the year after thrashing Russian Daniil Medvedev 6-4, 6-0 in Barcelona Open final. Named the 2010 Footballer of the Year by the Football Writers Association. What was the theme of this year's campaign for World Immunization Week? Which country has launched two Tianhui 201 satellite? The SEBI has prohibited leading stock exchange NSE from accessing the securities market directly or indirectly for a period of how many months in the co-location case? How many grassroots environmental activists have received the prestigious Coleman Environmental Prize this year? Raheem Sterling, English footballer, has been named the 2019 Footballer of the Year by the Football Writers Association. Celebrated in the last week of April 24 to 30, World Immunization Week aims to promote the use of vaccines to protect people all over the age against diseases. Theme of this year campaign was Protected Together, Vaccines Work. China launched two Tianhui 201 satellite into the orbit from Tianwen Satellite Launch Center, Shaanxi. SEBI has prohibited leading stock exchange NSE from accessing the securities market directly or indirectly for a period of 6 months. 6 grassroots environmental activists have received the prestigious Coleman Environmental Prize. Dubbed the Green Nobel Prize, the Coleman Prize honors environment activists from each of the 6 continental regions. Who is the president of All India Federation of PTI Employees Union? Vasanthi Stanley, who died at the age of 56 years, was what? Recently, which company has sued 9 farmers of Gujarat to cultivate a patented potato variety? Which Indian ship is participating in ADMM Plus Maritime Security Field Training Exercise at Busan? Wishfin has tied up with which company for its unique service Buy Two-Wheelers Insurance on WhatsApp? A new federation named All India Federation of PTI Employee Union was formed by delegates coming from different centers of PTI. Bhuvan Chaudhary and MS Yadav were elected President and General Secretary respectively of the Federation by 45 elected council members from different regions. Former Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha and DMK leader Vasanthi Stanley passed away. PepsiCo India has sued 9 Indian farmers of Savarkanthan and Aravali district of North Gujarat for illegally cultivating its registered FC5 potato variety exclusively grown for its lace chips. In a demonstration of country's Act East policy and India's Navy increasing footprint on operational research, Indian naval ships Kolkata and Shakti arrived at Busan, South Korea on a 3-day visit. Wishfin, one of India's leading financial marketplace, has forayed into insurance through Wishfin Insurance Web Aggregator Private Limited, and its site wishpolicy.com has launched a unique product Buy Two-Wheeler Insurance on WhatsApp. It has tied up with Bharti AXA General Insurance. Which company has been named in Forbes' inaugural Blockchain 50 list? Who has been appointed as the officer on special duty in the office of Lokpal? Total how many medals Indian para-athletes won at the Asian Road Paracycling Championship at Tashkent, Uzbekistan? Recently, which agency has released a report about the imminent danger of drug-resistant disease that could cause 10 million deaths each year by 2050? The International Jazz Day was observed on which day of April? MetLife has been named the Forbes inaugural Blockchain 50 list, the first ever ranking of the top 50 organizations that are leading the pack in regard to adapting decentralized ledger to their business. Senior IAS officer Dilip Kumar was appointed officer on special duty in the office of Lokpal. Indian para-athlete came up with brilliant performance to secure a silver and 2 bronze medal in Asian Road Paracycling Championship at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. If no action is taken, drug-resistant disease could cause 10 million deaths each year by 2015 and damage to the economy would be unprecedented, a new report by UN said. Intra-Agency Coordination Group on Antimicrobial Resistance ICAG also finds that by 2030, antimicrobial resistance could force up to 24 million people into extreme poverty. In November 2011, UNESCO General Conference proclaimed 30th April as International Jazz Day. This international day brings together communities, schools, artists, historians, academics, and jazz enthusiasts all over the world to celebrate and learn about the art of jazz, its root, its future, and its impacts. To which company the Indian Defence Minister has awarded a contract worth Rs 6,311 crore to build 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft for the Indian Navy. According to the current state of cybercrime 2019 white paper released by RSS Security, social media fraud has increased by how much percentage? Who took over as the Vice Chief of Indian Air Force? According to CIPRI, India ranked what in terms of amount spent on defense? Virgil van Dijk and Vivian Miedema, winner of Professional Footballer Association Player of the Year award, are from which country? The Defense Ministry has awarded a contract worth 6,311 crore to Garden Research Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited to build 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow aircraft. Insight of platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp are emerging as a new public square for criminal deception. A study has found social media fraud increased by 43% in 2018. Air Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhaduria will take over as Vice Chief of Indian Air Force on May 1st, succeeding Air Marshal Anil Khosla. We're talking about the military spending. Is the 5 biggest spenders were United States, China, Saudi Arabia, India, followed by France. Dutch duo Virgil van Dijk and Vivian Miedema have won the Professional Footballer Association Player of the Year Award 2018-19. That's mean they are from Netherlands. Archaeologists have unearthed the life-size stucco from the Buddhist site Fanigiri, located in which state? Where in South America, a team of scientists has found a human footprint that dates back more than 15,000 years. Which Bangalore-based AI startup backed the gold prize at Hack Osaka event? Who is the author of the book titled Politics of Jugaad, the Coalition Handbook? Who is the author of the book titled Checkered Brilliance, the Many Lives of V.K. Krishnan Menon? Archaeologists in Telangana have unearthed a rare treasure in form of life-size stucco sculpture from Buddhist sites in Fanigiri in Suryapet. A team of scientists in Chile said they have found a human footprint that dates back more than 15,000 years, the oldest one ever found in Americas. Niramai, the Bangalore-based healthcare startup that is developing an AI-based solution for early detection of breast cancer, backed the gold prize at Hack Osaka event. Politics of Jugaad, the Coalition Handbook, is written by author Sava Naqvi. The political analyst runs through the history of political alliance in the country, taking into account their performances on economic and social policies, among others, while juxtaposing them with that of single-party rule. Former Union Minister and writer Jairam Ramesh is penning the biography of celebrated Indian nationalist diplomat and politician V.K. Krishnan Menon, publisher Penguin Random House. Recently, the Indian Army has claimed to find the footprint of mythical Himalayan monster Yeti at which place? The International Workers' Day was observed on which day? The Ayushman Bharat Divas was celebrated when? The Indian Army is going to procure IGLA-S very short-range air defense system from which country? The GST collection have reached the highest in month of April to how many lakh crore? For centuries, humans have been searching for Yeti, and now, in an unceremonious tweet, the Indian Army is claiming to have found evidence of the mythical Himalayan monster to have been sighted at Makalu Barun National Park. This is funny. Army shouldn't get into all this unless they have the proper evidence. May 1, a metonym for International Worker Day, a day of celebration for working class. The Ayushman Bharat Divas celebrated on April 30th. Ayushman Bharat Yojana also refers to as Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or National Health Protection Scheme, or even the Modi Care is a scheme sponsored by BJP central government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched this scheme on April 14, 2018 at Bijapur in Chhattisgarh. Indian Army is likely to procure Spike LR anti-tank missile from Israel and IGLA-S very short-range air defense system from Russia through a set of new emergency financial powers sanctioned by Defense Ministry. Revenue from goods and services witnessed 10% growth from year ago period and is now at 1.13 trillion in April, that's lakh crore, the highest ever since the implementation of indirect tax system on 1st July 2017. What is the recent estimate of India's GDP growth for 2019-20 by India Rating and Research? GSI NER has installed 2 geological display boards at Momlu Cave and Theraighat Sobar in East Khasi Hill district of which state? Recently, which country has honored late Lieutenant General J.F. Jacob for his duty in 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War? Recently, which South Asian country has decided to change its capital? Who became the new emperor of Japan? India Rating and Research marginally lowered country's GDP forecast for pre-2019 fiscal to 7.3 due to below normal monsoon prediction and loss of momentum in industrial output. In Meghalaya, the Geological Survey of India Northeast region installed two geological display boards at two important geological sites in the state with geoscientific information which will help in creating awareness among the visiting tourists, students and general public. Israel honored Lieutenant General Jacques Raphael JFR Jacob, who negotiated the historic surrender of Pakistani troops in Dhaka after 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War with a plaque on Wall of Honor at the Ammunition Hill in Jerusalem. The sprawling nation of Indonesia, spread over 17,000 islands between the Indian and Pacific Ocean, has decided to shift its capital. Some media reports have stated the sleepy town of Palangkaraya on the huge island of Borneo is the frontrunner to the new capital. The decision to discard Jakarta, the present capital, has several reasons to it and it's been in the work for a long time. Foremost among them is Jakarta is sinking in Java Sea, along with the traffic problem, of course. On the morning of May 1st, Crown Prince Naruhito officially ascended the chrysanthemum throne and became the Emperor of Japan, marking the beginning of new imperial era of Reiwa. Recently, BHAL has signed an MOU with which entity for cooperation on various projects related to e-mobility. Which Indian shooter attained the world #1 position in the women's 10-meter air rifle event? Which Sri Lankan cricketer became the first non-British president of Marylebone Cricket Club (MCC)? G. Sathian is associated with which sports? Where for the first time a drone delivered a donated kidney that was then successfully transplanted into a patient. Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, Electrical and Automotive Research Association of India, an autonomous body affiliated to Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprise, have signed an MOU for cooperation on various projects related to e-mobility. Indian shooting ace Apurvi Chandela attained world #1 position in women 10-meter air rifle event, while compatriot Anjum Modgil rose to #2 after consistent performance in recent years. Kumar Sangakkara, the former Sri Lankan captain, has been announced as the first non-British president of MCC. India's G. Sathian scaled new heights in his rapidly rising career by becoming the first Indian to break into top 25 of world rankings. Sathian rose 4 spots to be 24 in the latest International Table Tennis Federation ranking. For the first time, a drone delivered a donated kidney that was then successfully transplanted into a patient, University of Maryland Medical Center, US. Who has released a postage stamp to commemorate the 750th birth anniversary of Sri Vedanta Desikan? The state of Maharashtra and Gujarat celebrate their Foundation Day on which day? Recently, the Indian Navy has moved a proposal to acquire 10 Move 31 choppers from which country? Which singer bagged highest Billboard Music Award, 27 all time, after bagging 12 in 2019? Which country became the first to have passed an extraordinary measure, a national declaration of environment and climate emergency? Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu released a postage stamp to commemorate the 750th birth anniversary of Sri Vedanta Desikan in New Delhi. May 1st was the 60th Foundation Day of Gujarat. Every year the day is celebrated in different districts by launching the various welfare schemes. The same 1st May is also for the Maharashtra. Yeah, similarly the state of Maharashtra was formed on this day about 59 years ago when it was divided from Bombay in 1960. Okay, seeking to strengthen capability against aerial threats to its aircraft carriers and large warship, the Indian Navy has moved a proposal to acquire 10 Move 31 choppers from Russia. In 2019 Billboard Music Award hosted by American singer-songwriter Kelly Clarkson turned out to be a day mark in the history for Canadian rapper-singer Drake, as he outnumbered Taylor Swift 23 Billboard Music Award with his 12 awards in 2019, making a total of 27 wins, highest of all time. UK Parliament has passed an extraordinary measure, a national declaration of environment and climate emergency. Who is the winner of gold in Ali Aliyev wrestling tournament in Kaspesk, Russia? The 14th edition of annual Sino-Indian border trade opened in Nathula in which state? Which country has decided to observe February 27th as Operation Swift Retort? Master Hiranaya, who died at the age of 85 years, was a noted Dash theatre personality. Recently, which city police has launched an all-woman police patrol unit named Rani Abakka Force? World number 1 Bajrang Punia bagged his second title in 2 weeks as he defeated Viktor Rasadin in the finals of men's 65 kg freestyle in Ali Aliyev wrestling tournament in Kaspesk, Russia. The 14th edition of annual Sino-Indian border trade opened in Nathula in Sikkim. The Pakistan Air Force said its response to any misadventure by the adversary would be stronger than before as it decided to mark retaliatory action on February 27 against the Indian strikes on the Balakot terror camp as Operation Swift Retort. Noted Kannada theatre personality Master Hiranaya died. Mangalore City Police has launched all-women police patrol unit in the city. The name would go after Rani Abakka Force, but please note Udupi district has also launched with a similar name. Which telecom service became the first to launch FTTH in Kashmir Valley? World Tuna Day is observed on which day? This year, the World Password Day was observed on which day? Named the first independent woman director of BSE, and Dash has launched its new one-touch experience in India using Google's Smart Lock feature. State-owned telecom firm BSNL has become the first operator to start optical fiber-based high-speed broadband service in Pulwama with the launch of Bharat Fiber. 2nd May 2017 was the first internationally recognized World Tuna Day. In December 2016, the United Nations General Assembly voted to officially observe the day. Tuna and tuna-like species are very important economically to both the developed and developing countries. Security experts have often urged people to develop strong password habits. To emphasize the importance of it, the Registrar of National Day Calendar has nominated the first Thursday, May 2nd this year in the month of May every year as World Password Day. Bombay Stock Exchange has finally appointed its first independent woman director, Jayashree Vyas. BSE already has 2 non-executive women directors named Usha Sangwan and Rajshri Sabnavis on its board. PayPal has launched its new one-touch experience in India using Google's Smart Lock feature. The new feature experience allows customers to register their Android device with PayPal and enable them to stay logged into the platform for any subsequent purchases. Recently, the RBI has imposed penalties on 5 prepaid instruments. Who are they? Recently, who has been included in the Advisory Council of the 15th Finance Commission as its member. The Road Transport and Highway Ministry recently shaped a bulk data sharing policy and procedure for sharing data regarding vehicle registration from which database? Recently, which Indian space scientist has been conferred with France's highest civilian award, Chevalier d'Ordre National de la Légion d'Honneur, not sure how it is pronounced, for his contribution to India-France Space Cooperation? World Press Freedom Day was observed on which day? The Reserve Bank of India said it has imposed penalties on 5 prepaid instruments. These are Vodafone M-Pesa, that's 3.05 crore, My Mobile Payment, PhonePe, GI Technology, each 1 crore, and finally Ycash Software Solution, 5 lakh rupees. In another statement, RBI said is imposed penalty of 29,66,959 and 10,11,653 on Western Union Financial Services Incorporation USA and MoneyGram payment system for non-compliance of regulatory guidelines. Chief Economic Advisor Krishnamurthy Subramaniam has been included in Advisory Council of the 15th Finance Commission as its member. The Road Transport and Highway Ministry recently shaped a bulk data sharing policy and procedure for sharing data regarding vehicle registration from Vahan database. Former ISRO Chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar was confirmed the France's highest civilian award. World Press Freedom Day was proclaimed by UN General Assembly in December 1993 following a recommendation of UNESCO General Conference. Since then, 3rd May, the anniversary of the declaration of Windhoek, capital of Namibia, is celebrated worldwide as World Press Freedom Day. Peace Summit Loya Zigra was held where? Which insurance company has Udyam, a skilling center in Bengaluru? V. Vishwanatha, who died at the age of 92, was a renowned what? Which Indian institution led the tally in top 50 times higher education Asia University ranking 2019 among the other Indian institutions? With which institution the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor PSA to the government has signed an MOU to set up Center of Excellence for Waste to Wealth Technology for implementation of sustainable scientific and technological solution for waste management. Loya Jigra or Grand Assembly saw more than 3,000 religious and tribal leaders, politicians and representatives from across the country gather in Kabul under the tight security to discuss the possibility of peace. LIC Housing Finance, LIC HFL, has launched Udyam, a skilling center in Bangalore. Veteran CPM leader and former finance minister V. Vishwanath Menon, 92, passed away. Indian Institute of Technology, Indore, has yet again pepped its old peers like IIT Bombay, Delhi and Madras to be the only IIT to rank in top 50 times higher education Asia University ranking. To commemorate the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to the government and IIT Delhi have come together to set up Center of Excellence for Waste to Wealth Technologies. After Mauritius and Singapore, which country emerged as the third largest foreign direct investor in India during 2017-18? Where was 16th Ministerial Meeting of Asia Cooperation Dialogue held recently? Who has been sworn in as the top military officer of NATO? The 8th Asian Youth Women Handball Championship will be hosted where? Name the cyclone that drifted through the Odisha on May 3rd. The Netherlands has emerged as the third largest foreign direct investor in India during 2017-18 with investment pegged at around 2.67 billion across sectors after Mauritius and Singapore. The 16th Ministerial Meeting of Asia Cooperation Dialogue was held in Doha, Qatar. US Air Force General Todd D. Walters has been sworn in as top military officer of the 29th nation NATO Military Alliance. Jaipur will host the 8th Asian Youth Women Handball Championship. Cyclone Fani, one of the biggest storms in the year to make landfall in India, slammed the city of Puri in Odisha with wind raging up to 200 km per hour and also recorded up to 240 km at some places on May 3rd, Friday. With which company Vodafone Idea has signed 5-year outsourcing contract to enhance its business efficiency and reduce IT-related costs. Central Food Technological Research Institute that is providing the meals in the ravaged area by Cyclone Fani is located where? Which magazine has won ACJ Award for Investigative Journalism in 2018? The recipient of UNESCO's World Press Freedom Day, Wallon and Kyao So O belong to which country? International Firefighters Day IFFT is observed on which day? Vodafone Idea, the country's largest telecom operator by subscriber, has signed in a 5-year outsourcing contract with IBM to enhance its business efficiency and reduce IT-related costs. Mysore-based Central Food Technological Research Institute is set to prepare nearly 1 lakh meal for distribution in cyclone-ravaged areas of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and West Bengal. The article titled Colgate 2.0, authored by Neelina MS and published in the Caravan magazine, March last year, has won ACJ Award for Investigative Journalism 2018. The wives of the jailed Reuters journalists Wallon and Kyao Soi O participated in UNESCO's World Press Freedom Day in Myanmar to thank the organization for awarding their husband the UNESCO Guillermo Cano Press Freedom Prize. International Firefighter Day is observed on May 4th. It was instituted after a proposal was emailed out across the world on January 4, 1999 due to the death of 5 firefighters in the tragic circumstances in wildfire in Linton in Victoria, Australia. According to ADB, the Asia-Pacific region is expected to grow at what % this year? Which organization has set up global registry of violent death that will count death caused by all form of violence? Recently, which country has issued order preventing any person from preaching religious extremist or radical ideologies that glorify terrorism? Recently, which company has surpassed Apple to become the number 2 smartphone vendor worldwide? ISRO's Aditya L1 mission will be designated to which place? The Asia-Pacific region is expected to power ahead at a growing rate of 5.7% this year, but escalating trade tension are a source of worry, according to Takahiko Nako, president and chairperson of ADB. SIPRI has set up new initiative aiming to establish the annual number of violent deaths worldwide. The Sri Lankan government has issued order preventing any person from preaching religious, extremist or radical ideologies that glorify terrorism. Chinese electronic giant Huawei has surpassed Apple to become the number 2 smartphone vendor worldwide, according to statistics from International Data Corporation. India's first mission to study the sun, Aditya L1, that is going to sun, will be launched in the first half of next year. To nab tax evaders and reduce black money generation, CBDT and Dash signed an agreement to facilitate the exchange of data between the two. Bajirao, the last captive white tiger, was living in which national park, died at the age of 18. Sri Godavarti Venkat Srinivas has been appointed as the next ambassador of India to which country? The 11th meeting of Joint Working Group on Counterterrorism between India and Australia was held where? B. Shubhasan Reddy, who died at the age of 76, was a former what? To nab tax evader and reduce black money generation, Income Tax Department and Goods and Services Tax Network GSTN signed an agreement to facilitate exchange of data between the two. Bajirao, the last captive white tiger, was at Sanjay Gandhi National Park in Mumbai, finally died at the age of 18. Sri Godavarti Venkat Srinivas, presently Joint Secretary in Ministry, has been appointed next Ambassador of India to Republic of Senegal. India and Australia have agreed to further deepen counter-terrorism cooperation through regular exchange of information and sharing of best practices on countering extremism and radicalization. The two countries held 11th meeting of Joint Working Group on Counterterrorism at Canberra. The former Chief Justice of Kerala and Madras High Court, B. Subhashan Reddy, has died. Who will take over as the head coach of Indian volleyball men's team? Mantra has made whom the company's first official brand ambassador. Game Changer is the autobiography of which cricketer? Who are the Instagrammer of the year 2019? Who has been awarded PC Chandra Purushkar? Serbia's Dragan Mihailovic will take over as the head coach of Indian men's team, according to the press release from Volleyball Federation of India. Walmart-owned Myntra has roped in Indian captain Virat Kohli and Bollywood actress Anushka Sharma as their online fashion company's first official brand ambassadors. Former Pakistan Test captain Shahid Afridi attended the launch of his autobiography Game Changer at a bookshop in Karachi. Actor Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Deepika Padukone and Sara Ali Khan have won the Instagrammer of the year 2019. PC Chand Puruskar, the annual national award from the PC Chandra Group, was conferred on India's most reputed cardiac surgeon and humanitarian, Dr. Devi Prasad Sethi, at the Biswa Bangla Convention Center. CSE's e-governance service, India, has tied up with which IIT to upscale Unnat Bharat Abhiyan? World Laughter Day was observed on which day of May? The International Space Day this year is observed on which day of May? Which foundation has hired Sanjay Ubale as Policy Director in its India office? And Mahavaji Ralongkorn has been crowned as the King of which country? Common Service Center, CSE's e-Governance Services India Limited, a special purpose vehicle under the Ministry of Electronic and IT, said it has tied up with Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, to upscale Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. World Laughter Day takes place on the first Sunday of the May, this year 5th of May. The first celebration was held on 10th May 1998. On the first Friday of each May 3rd this year, space boffins and science fans alike celebrated space with a dedicated day of observance to everything in the great beyond. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has hired a senior executive from Tata Group, India's largest business group, for its operation in country. Sanjay Ubale, head of infrastructure and urban solution at the conglomerate holding company Tata Sun Private Limited, would be joining Bill and Melinda Gates as a policy director in its India office. Thailand's King Maha Vajiralongkorn has been crowned on the first of the 3 days of coronation rites. King Vajiralongkorn inherited the throne in 2016 when his long-reigning father Bhumibol Adulyadej died. Thailand capital is Bangkok, currency is Thai Baht. Maram Raju Satyanarayan Rao, who died at the age of 84 years, was a prominent what? Momo 3 rocket belongs to which country? India won a total of how many medals at the 36th Felix Stam International Boxing Tournament in Warsaw, Poland? Who is the winner of Women's Asia Squash Championship title, which was held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia? Recently, which state has allowed shops and other businesses to operate 24 hours? Prominent writer and academician Maram Raju Satyanarayan Rao passed away at a hospital following a cardiac arrest. He was 84. A Japanese aerospace startup successfully launched a small rocket, making its country's first privately developed model to reach outer space. Indian boxer finished with a rich haul of 6 medals, including 2 gold at the 36th Felix Stam International Boxing Tournament in Warsaw, Poland. Ace Indian squash players Saurav Ghosal and Josna Chinnappa won their respective Asian Individual Squash Championship title in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Shops and other businesses in Gujarat can remain open round the clock now with the Gujarat Shops and Establishment Regulation of Employment and Condition of Service Act 2019 coming into force from May 1st. Okay, so with that we come to an end of this week's Gainful. I'll again see you very soon with the next one. Thank you very much.